Good morning. I'm forecaster Jimmy O'Neill, and here's your latest weather forecast from the KMET Weather Center for the Beaumont and Banning area. Daytime hours will give us sunshine for the afternoon, highs in the middle 60s. That afternoon hours in the IE area, sunshine highs in the upper 60s. Afternoon for the Coachella Valley, sunshine makes it through the day. Highs are at 72. I'm forecaster Jimmy O'Neill for Smart Talk 1490 KMET.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. Good to have you with us. We got a lot of things going on. We got Jess over there. Jess, what's going on?
Good morning. Yes, I am just looking for more shocking stories that will haunt you. Maybe, no, not really. I have one shocking story, but it's actually a really good, heartfelt story.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Do share.
Okay, so you know what a white elephant gift exchange is, correct?
Yeah.
So where you choose a gift and then someone can steal it and then you would have to get a new gift. So this woman, she pulled out from her work, she pulled out a $25 gift card to TJ Maxx. So she's like, yes, I want that. Love it. But unfortunately for her, it was stolen. So she ended up getting a new gift and it turned out to be a $25 scratcher.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So she was kind of like, she really wanted the TJ Maxx. So she ended up scratching it. She won $50 on the first ticket. She was like, okay. I think I can get my TJ Maxx on. And then when she scratched the $10 one, she ended up winning $175,000.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I think a lot of people are like, "Are you kidding me?" Like it was one of those. Have you ever? Okay, can you describe for those I've never done white elephant what that's like?
So if you ever go into a white elephant, never be excited for your gift. Make it like you don't want it, because if you have it, there's a chance it could be stolen. So, but I'm not sure if the rule. So, like, if you get your gift stolen, you're automatically get to choose a new one, and it can be stolen.
Yeah,
Okay.
I never heard of that, to be honest. But for those that know, it's one of those things where you like, okay, you don't want that, you want that, you don't want that, you want that, you don't want that, you want that, right? So I'm wondering who kind of gave it up and was like, "Are you kidding me?" You know what I mean? There she is in all her glory of like, "Oh my!" So she's super happy. And whoever got them, I'm kind of like, are they going, shoot, I didn't see that coming. And are they kind of like, can you give me a little, you know what I mean? Times are tough. I kind of want one. She's like, ah. So, yeah, I saw this actually. And I was like, at least it's not like millions of dollars, but it's still a lot of money, right?
Oh, you know what? Anything more than $50 is a lot of money to me, especially in like scratching, because I've never won anything more than 15.
Yeah.
So to win anything like a top prize is just absolutely insane. Although, you know what? I've seen news reports about people hitting the lottery like 8 times. I'm like, how? Why?
Yeah.
Who? What? And you're just like, kind of feels like a slap in the face.
Yeah, right. No, I get that, and it's like, and what are the chances, right? Because a lot of people are like, no, I want the actual thing. Those aren't. It's just like, I'll take that. So I think, hey, it worked in her favor, and I'm glad it did. Good for her. $175,000. That's nothing to sneeze at, right, Jess?
Oh no! I mean, hopefully she invests like half of it at least, so she can at least make something of it. But heck yeah, I'd be like, Vegas, let's go.
Yeah, she's having a good time right now. I guarantee it. She's like, and my year just turned around. So see, that means your year can turn around. Even your life can turn around. You never know. Maybe it's a business she wants, or maybe she's paying off her house. I don't know. I wouldn't pay off my house though, because I would keep that going. I would break it up. You know what I mean? It's hard to save it when you get that much all of a sudden. So I think people, like, in theory, they say they'll do this or that, but for the first, like, they kind of go like I'm not gonna lie, like I see people with a vehicle, and I'm like, man. But then I see somebody with like a Lamborghini or like, I'm not a Ferrari person, but I love Lamborghinis, and if they have a certain Lamborghini that I like, I'm like, I kind of get that, but you don't want to live in your Lamborghini at the end. So I think it's like, okay, please help me with this. But 175,000, that's great from a little scratch lottery ticket, right? So I think that's kind of the thing. So I think if anything, yeah. But all right, Jess, what else is going on?
Right, you just got to be careful. Okay, so I never watched the what is it? The World Cup for soccer, football, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Where else is football but soccer here? So I do not know who a Salt Bay is. That how you say it? Salt Bay, Bae. Do you know who that guy is?
Salt Bay? No. I know what a bay is. I just know what a salt bay is.
Okay, yeah. So I have no idea who this guy is.
Oh, that guy. Sorry, I just looked him up. He's the
Yeah.
guy that does that little thing with the arm and then sprinkles the salt on the steak, and women love him. I have a couple friends on I think probably Instagram and
Of
or
course.
Facebook, and they post it. They're like, oh my god, I'm with the guy, and I'm not gonna lie, they're like, really, really, and they just have a thing for him. I don't know what it is. So what happened to him?
I don't know. Yeah, so apparently after the World Cup, or tournament, whatever, so apparently he went down to the field. Apparently it's called the pitch, and he was being very grabby with some of the players, and he ended up taking pictures with the World Cup and stuff like that, which apparently is illegal, or yeah, illegal in the FIFA terms, I guess. So
Got it. He took a little bit of ownership. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen this before, by the way, and it's called like I'm someone you may not know, but I'm someone. Does that make sense?
right, that's what it felt like. It was very cringy and stuff like that. Plus, it's just like, why would you take a picture with the World Cup? You don't even play soccer. You didn't even do anything on the team. And yeah, I think that's where FIFA got mad. It's like only the winners are allowed to touch the World Cup.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. But he's that guy. Now I will say this, and I get it. I get it because there are people in Hollywood that do this, and you don't know who they are. But in a circle of people, they kind of like, and I think he has like a restaurant. Okay, so I think he's a restaurant owner, to be honest.
Yes, he is a restaurant owner,
Yeah.
and yeah, his I hear a lot of negative things about him. So,
Well,
um,
and again, the ladies love him though. Okay, the ladies love him, and the woman that like I saw, and I'm like, okay, she has a following. Okay, not gonna lie. Like people would go on a scale of 1 to 10. What is she? I'd be like a billion. All right. Maybe a trillion even. But so when you see that, you go, okay, I don't know what this guy has with women, but and I guarantee he hits them up. I don't know if they go like next level with him, but I think he's okay with this. Guys like this kind of get okay with it, and he just has something. I don't know what it is. It's kind of a parody. So I think he's going to rebound, but there are people like this in Hollywood that kind of like go all over the place and they just make themselves known. And they don't care if they're like, you know what I mean? They just don't care, Jess. That's him,
ex-
basically. He's like, there's your
exact-
pepper, there's the salt, I have a good forearm, here you go.
unfortunately, because of this, he is unable to watch the U.S. Open Cup.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he's banned. FIFA's like, no, can't do that. You're banned.
yeah. But you know what? Again, he has a thing with the ladies, man. So I'm like, I don't think he's going to really, like he's not, I don't know. He's known as a chef, and I think he has a restaurant. So, and he makes good steak, it seems. So that's just his thing, his little, thing. It became a thing like on, I think it was on. I didn't know they call him the Salt Bay, but I get it. Like he's that guy. So, I think he took a little too much ownership of what were we gonna
Yeah.
say, Jess?
No, I said that's the only name I know of him. Like I see him pop up from here and there on social media and stuff like that. I mean, I would rather eat a $20 steak than some of the steaks that he serves. I mean, why would you eat a steak covered in gold foil?
Oh, I get that. Yeah, yeah, maybe that's a little odd, but yeah, he takes a lot of. Look, he has a restaurant. I think the steak is good. I've seen steak like that. He does this thing with and it's kind of like, and he keeps doing it. I would let it go, but he kind of some people they get known for something they just. But he's very like he doesn't really care, man. He's that guy. He has money. He's got a restaurant, and I say, you know what? Have fun with that, but don't get into like don't go too big with what you're not allowed and be like because there are some people like no you don't know who I am and they don't say that but so because I know I'm going to see this guy in Hollywood somewhere and they're going to be like because he's known by everybody, he's that guy that like there are pictures with him and Beckham, you know what I mean, he'll be the guy to take pictures with people, be like come to my restaurant, and then you know what I mean, so he's that guy, so I can't be mad at him. But at the same time, I get it, and I've seen people like this, and they don't even have a restaurant. They just somehow get in the middle. I've had people. I remember one time I was at a carpet, and I was helping the guy, right? And this particular group of people wanted to be on the carpet, right? And so they snuck onto the carpet. Like, no, we need to be on the carpet to get interviewed, right? When they got interviewed, they didn't have anything to talk about. I'm like, what do you guys do? But they literally got behind the photographers, got behind the media people, and then snuck on the carpet by getting underneath the carpet and then getting like on it. Now it wasn't like superficial. It was at a club, to be honest, and it was like after a event, but it wasn't official. Oh, that's right. It was after the because I think we did the MTV Movie Awards, and it was kind of like one of those events, but it wasn't the official MTV Movie Awards like. But that's when I saw people go next level with like, no, I need to be interviewed. Oh, I need to be someone. Oh, I need to take a picture in front of like this person. Or oh, I've had people sneak onto the carpet just to be behind the person being interviewed. I've seen some weird things on the carpet, Jess. Like you're like, are you kidding me? It's all about like I need to be known, and you're like, okay, all right, but did you have to go to that level? And then sometimes they get found out, and then sometimes they get mad. I literally got, and I remember at the same carpet, Jess. And again, I'm like, this is the last time I help anybody out. I got threatened with my life for not letting this guy on the cart. He's like, do you know who I am? And then he's like, I'm Marine. You know what? You better watch your back. So after the event, somebody watched my back and he pushed him away. And I was like, thank you. Because the guy was all at me. He was just like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. But this is the same guy that threatened, I think he demanded to be at the MTV Movie Awards. And somehow he mentioned my name. So MTV called me, one of the representatives, and said, do you know this guy? And I said, no. And then I was like, wait, now I remember it wasn't MTV Movie Awards. That guy found me at a carpet because I posted. I said, I'm going to be at the MTV Movie Awards. And I don't know. I used to promote stuff like that. Probably why I don't anymore. Anyway, so he took upon himself, Jess, I kid you not, to say to them that they needed him on this carpet. So they said, no, it doesn't work that way. I mean, when you've got like, and there were some pretty good people. I mean, Jean-Claude Van Damme was there. It was, it's the MTV Awards. It's big. It's official. This guy did like a little indie, okay? It's not in the same category. And I hate to say that, but MTV, you're like Oscar, and then you have a guy who's like on his video camera at home going, I did a movie when no one's seen it. And he was an extra, like in the background, which you're like, did you even have a speaking part? He's like, no, I didn't. So they called the FBI on that. And they put a lockdown on the carpet because of him. And I was like, oh, God. But I gave them the information that I had because he threatened me with my life. And I remember saying that. That's right. One came before the other. I completely forgot. And I was like, yeah. So I've had some weird things in Hollywood happen, Jess. And I just, so, yeah. Anyway, now you understand why sometimes they have, like, people check credentials and you have to have ahead of time. You have to be on the list. Some people don't understand that, but it's called, everyone and anyone. I remember being at one carpet, Jess. It was the Alma Awards, okay? And there were people that were, like, on there, and they shouldn't have been because they, like, paid to go. They were sponsors, but they were corporate people, and they had nothing to say. But they just wanted to be interviewed by the big outlets. So you had, like, Entertainment Tonight there, imagine that. Or, like, Access Hollywood. Or, even our sister over there, ABC, right? And they're going, hi, how are you? And they just interview, right? And the person's like, they have nothing to say because you ask them, so, what is it you do? Because you have no time with them. And they go, oh, I'm just here, for the fun. they have nothing to say, and you're live, right? So in a way, they kind of sneak on when they shouldn't, and that's why publicists get a little mad. And sometimes publicists behind the scenes, you see them get like, and then they tell you one question. That's it. You're like, okay, just give me a sec, because there's other people in line, including international media, that are, ready to interview. So anyway, my point is this. You don't understand until you're there and you go, oh my God, there are people that need fame. They need kind of like reality people after a while. Like if they didn't get it on a show, they're like, well, I was on this. You're like, how many years ago? 8 years ago. I had that recently happen. He goes, dude, you need me, you need my story. And I said, no, it doesn't work. Like, call corporate, and even they're not going to allow it. But if they do, great. But we don't do that. We're we don't want that type of, problem. And he was like, no, you need it. And I always get approached by people, Jess, who are like this guy, not going to lie, where they sneak on or they say, no, I have a story. I need to be known. And they get a little like, almost like, it's hard to explain. I get so many messages on media, and I'm sorry if you're one of those. I'm sorry. But there's a process, okay? I've had people where I do them a favor because I meet them in person and they have a story. But then they don't show up, Jess. And I'm like, why did we schedule that time? And then they don't say, I'm sorry. They don't say anything. They just disappear. I'm like, that's why we only go through publicists. You know what I mean? Publicists schedule. They keep on top of the person. I've had people literally hire their own friend as a publicist. If you do that, that's fine. But again, know what you're getting into. Okay, so that's my story. Anyway, Jess, I know I went on a rant, but that's Hollywood, man. This guy, I guarantee, is gonna be that guy, and don't be known as that guy. Just be known as the guy who has a restaurant, has fun, and don't do. Because I guarantee he's gonna take this, Jess. He's gonna be like, yeah, I was at the World Cup, and then some people are gonna know it, and other people are not, and he's gonna be demanding that he's at every single event. I guarantee I'm gonna come across, and that's probably why I'm saying it, Jess. I'm not gonna have fun with this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's not too many things I dislike, but when if someone is very aggressive with me and starts to raise their voice over mine,
Yeah.
that is not a good thing.
Well,
I will get extremely angry, and yeah, I see red.
yeah, it's like someone calling. I think I had this once again, which is why we rarely give out the phone line. We had this once where someone called after the show and they said, I need to be on. And they're very demanding. Almost like, calling somebody at a business saying, I need to be, in front of the CEO. And you're like, there's steps to get there, okay? But like if somebody said to you, Jess, I need to be on. You're like, okay, they said they need to be on. I think if they got a little push, I said, no, they called before. Like, let's not. And then they start cussing and they start up. You have the right to disconnect them because we don't want that. We don't want cussing on this show because it's live and we're regular. That's what I always tell people. People don't even understand. Sometimes I tell people ahead of time, I say, please. I had one actor, good actor, by the way, I love him, but he has a problem cussing. And he literally on camera, we were live, cussed like several times. And I'm like, please don't cuss. Like, we have to bleep that out. Like, we're not internet radio. Sometimes people think because we're online, we're internet. I say we're not. We're commercial. That's why we got, so we just can't do that. So there's some people that obey that. There's some people that don't. And I'm like, you know what? You pay the fine. I'm not getting paid the fine. You get paid the fine. Because they pay, they charge a lot. You have an F-bomb, Jess? There was one person, I kid you not, somebody asked me, did they say that? And I said, and I listened to it. I go, no, they didn't. It sounds like it, but they didn't. You got to go with the context of what they said. They go, oh, okay. And then other people get away with it a little, but I'm like, don't even get away with it with a little. If you can't say it in front of a child at the age of whatever, then, which even some people talk that way in front of a child, so it's a little difficult. But my point is this. We cannot cuss. That's why, you always have your hand on the trigger, I hope, Jess. If somebody says the F-bomb or the other, you have to bleep. That's why we have a delay. We have a 5-second delay, I believe. 5 or 6, I don't know, maybe 7. So.
Yeah, I got a.
Do you know what the button is, Jess? I'm kind of confused right now. I'm like, are you ready for that?
I do utilize the dump button. Okay. I have used it several times before because we utilize it on live shows.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are certain broadcasters, who I feel like I can trust. The moment they step over that trust, no, they get the full beep 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 beep. Even when I think they're about to do it, no.
Yeah, and that's why Jess has to listen every single, literally second, Because if that goes over the air and we get fined, that's not good for anyone. That's why our trust me, I've had certain ones where I'm like, no, we can't do that. No, we can't do that. No, we can't do that. One time we were on TV for a while, actually, several years actually, and we could not have that happen there because they were live 100% and they didn't have a way of dumping it. And I'm like, oh God. And I'm like, okay, what happens if that? So I'm like, so I kind of cut it down, honestly, on certain guests because there's certain guests, even musical artists, they never show up for an interview if they don't have a publicist. I've had that happen so many times. I go, oh, I like your music. You want to be on the show? They go, yeah. And then they don't show up because I have to be the one to remind. I go, we treat it like a biz, okay? If you don't treat it like a biz and you don't show up at the time, you better A, have a really good explanation because we could have given that to someone else. Or B, you know, so don't be that guy. This guy's going to be in trouble so much. He took pictures with those guys. They didn't know who he was. And now he's banned for a reason. You know, he went a little over the top. He should have said, hey, how you doing? And then that's it. But he took ownership and he did a little too much. So, yeah, I'm going to see this guy in person. I guarantee it. All right, Jess, let's make it. I'm going to say, no, he's the one that was banned from the World Cup. They go, whoa, he was at the World Cup. I go, oh, God, you're not listening. All right, people. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
Football season is back, and every Monday night, the Two Coot Lounge at the Yamava Resort and Casino in San Manuel is where you need to be. Come cheer on your favorite team and become a Club Serrano member for your chance to win incredible prizes, enjoy food and drink specials, and be entertained by the 66ers dance team. It's the Monday Night Pigskin Party at the Two Coot Lounge at the brand new Yamava Resort and Casino in San Manuel in Highland, California. Rep your team, and we'll see you there this Monday.
For all you truck and RV enthusiasts, TruckWorks right here in Banning is your one-stop shop for the best diesel performance and overall truck and RV needs. Whether you're towing, racing, off-road, or just cruising around town, TruckWorks specializes in truck and RV service, maintenance, repair, and performance upgrades for every light and medium-duty truck manufacturer. Bring it down to Terry and the guys at TruckWorks. Call 951-922-4776 or visit their website at mydieseldown.com today.
We're in the studio with Fred Penny, managing attorney with Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers. Fred, tell us what makes you the #1 choice for handling personal injury cases.
Most of our firm is made up of former insurance company trial lawyers with extensive experience, handling all types of personal injury matters. We believe that gives us a distinct advantage.
That's Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers, with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to pennyandassociates.com or call 1-800-616-4-LAW. That's 1-800-616-4-LAW.
Hi, everyone. This is Bernadette, the host of One Life Radio, your #1 source for alternative and holistic health since 2011. One Life Radio is designed to educate and inspire. Visit us at oneliferadio.com because you get one body, you get one mind, and you get one life. Get out there today and make the most of it. Tune in weekdays at 1 p.m. on 1490. KMET Smart Talk, ABC News Radio.
Tired of waiting in line for overpriced coffees and packaged rolls? Make a change and stop for coffee or espresso and a fresh homemade apple fritter or ham and cheese croissant at Donut Delight on Highland Springs Road in Banning, just off the I-10 freeway. Donut Delight is a family-owned business with a friendly staff who has served the past area for 22 years. Donut Delight on the corner of Highland Springs Road and Ramsey Street, just off the I-10 freeway. Donut Delight opens daily at 4:30 a.m.
Are you paying rent because you think you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you renting because you don't believe that you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? The Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com, license under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. We appreciate each and every one of you. We'll say this. There's a lot going on, and this year we will be at the Rose Parade again. We were last year. We posted it online, and then we put that out there. It's a lot of fun. I said to a couple people, this is almost like they go, huh? I go, the Rose Parade, the Rose Parade. Like they don't even understand what I'm talking about. And I told you last year, Jess, I was so happy I did it. And then I put it on social media because we were looking for people that wanted to sponsor. But yeah, so but we'll be there. And gonna be happy because we're gonna be joined by one of our own, Yvette Walker. She's gonna be hosting, so super excited about that. And then so we're excited about that. Now, Jess, I know you got some information over there. What's going on?
Yeah, I have a big question. Okay. Why do all the crazy people go to Walmart?
I think the question is why do they
crazy things always happen at a Walmart?
I was gonna say, why do they like hang out Walmart only versus Target? You know what I mean? Like, what is it about Walmart that attracts? I don't know. What happened, Jess?
So, yeah, it was really shocking. So apparently, a woman with a firearm held a Walmart employee hostage at gunpoint inside a Mississippi store. And I was watching the footage, and I'm looking at the employee, and I'm looking at her face, and I'm just thinking, good Lord, she probably was about to go on break. But it's just like there was like a Walmart shoot. Oh yeah, an employee shot a bunch of the people last month.
Okay.
So it's just like, oh my God, it was a weird situation. At least this one, because most crazy people, they'll.
Wait, she took a person hostage?
Yes, she took a person hostage. But what I wanted to know is because she was saying how she wanted to talk to news media.
Okay.
So she demanded news crews show up so she can talk to them.
Oh, she's going next level.
Exactly. I'm just like I've seen crazy things before and crazy people. I'm just want to know what she never it never fully explained why she did this.
Right.
So I really wish the police officers didn't shoot her and at least try and take her try and take her safely. But yeah, no, it was just weird because how many have you heard that they want to talk to a news station?
Well, they usually have a reason. Back to people that are I think there's a theme here. It's very pixelated, guys. I'm sorry, I gotta bring it up. This is I guess video that was captured of the incident, and she's a little behind the counter with evidently a did they say what kind of firearm?
No, I did not specify what type of firearm.
Because some Walmarts actually sell them. You know what I mean? Like, did she go and get it? Did she or did she this woman is not giving me my refund? I want to, because some employees are kind of rude. Maybe it's just I want corporate to pay attention to me. What was the reason? It says nightmare situation played out Wednesday at a Walmart in Richland. Okay, video from inside the store shows a woman holding a gun in one hand and grabbing hold of a Walmart employee with the other. Okay, she's wearing. Okay, well, she's kind of cray. Yes, I don't know what's going on with her. Sorry, I'm looking at the video here. It says, as you can see, the Walmart worker looks terrified as she's ordered around the store by the woman with the gun. I don't know what to make of this, man. Police say they responded to a report of a hostage situation. An officer ended up shooting and killing the suspect. Oh, they did kill her.
Yes, unfortunately, they did kill her, and they didn't try and take her hostage.
Oh, I thought you said they didn't kill her. That's why I got confused.
No, that would have made. I wish they would have. No, of course not. I'm not gonna say why they killed her, but sometimes you have those mass shooters. They get taken in alive.
Yeah.
But no, they shot her dead. It's just I want to know why.
Why they shot her?
No, not why they shot her. It's obvious. I want to know why she went crazy at this specific Walmart.
Yeah, well, she looks a little high. I'm not gonna lie, she looks a little high. I'm looking at the you gotta check out the video. I have no way of getting the video on right now. But it doesn't show her getting shot. It just shows her I would think she didn't get shot. All right, but she did, and
Yeah, no one posted any video of her being shot. Thank God.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they tried talking her down. Again, great show, Flashpoint. Okay, go watch it.
De-escalate. They did not de-escalate at all.
Yeah, go watch Flashpoint. Flashpoint, they take these. Flashpoint, you see it, you go, no, that doesn't happen. This is that situation, but I wonder if they talked her down because you don't just shoot the person right away unless you turn the gun on them. They shoot, man. They do not get the training. That's where that's where certain like SWAT team they come in and they go, okay, take them out, right? In the show. Go watch it, Flashpoint, great show. They say Scorpion or something like that. Scorpio, like take them out, and that's the call. And then when they take them out, they usually do a headshot, right? Because they got that guy, like the sniper guy, ready to go. And then they got to take a report from him, and then they got to make sure it was a good call. So they go through the recording of the person who tried to talk the person down to see if there was another way. Because then they all it's a really good show. But those are trained. People that come at these things aren't really trained. They're just ready to I would not hold up a gun in Mississippi. Oh, wait a minute. Isn't that the area where they all have that problem with the water? Like they've had it for, I don't know if they repaired it. But everybody was upset about their water. Oh, they're going next level, Craig. Jess, that's what's happening.
It very well might be. I don't know the situation over there.
Yeah. Just remember, I said, how hard is that in an area where you cannot use the restroom at any restaurant? There is no running water. The water is gone.
Okay, that's horrible. Oh
yeah. I said this about probably about a couple months ago. And they were dealing with this for days. It was almost going into months. You could not go in any restaurant and use the restroom because they can't let you because the water isn't working. All their water mains were down. So you had any water that you had, it's not getting filtered, right? And because you can't use the restroom at a restaurant, you probably can't use it at the home. So you got to go in a bucket. Okay, so I think this is what's happening there, which makes sense why people are a little so this is probably one of many deaths that are going to happen, man. That's why I say, watch the headline, understand what they're going through. I think this lady just lost it. Or maybe the Walmart employee was upset. I don't really know. I don't know who was wrong in I think we need to know, Jess. We need to know. What do you guys think of social media? Let's go to social media comments. Their commenting. Let's see. We got Stephanie. She says, yeah, it's really cold here. It's 5 degrees in Ohio. Oh my God. Gordon says -40 in Indianapolis. Yikes!
What?
Is that even possible? -40? Is he talking Celsius or Fahrenheit? Which is it? Wow.
Is -40? Oh my God. Well, I can't complain about being cold anymore. Thank you for that.
Yeah, exactly. Algenia, thank you. I know she's in Georgia. Vivian, thank you for tuning in. Stephanie, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, look, here's the thing. There are a lot of people literally in the middle of a winter. I don't know what you would call it, but it's cold, Jess. And they are in areas where they're like, you know what? We're going to stay inside. We're going to have fun. We're going to be all right. So I say be that and then have fun. But anyway,
right?
There you go. And don't get shot at a Walmart. What would you do if you were there, Jess?
Oh my God. That's my worst fear. I literally walk in every store and my head's constantly turning because I don't know what people are going to do or go crazy. Like the person at the downtown LA, what was it, Target, where he grabbed a knife and started stabbing people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's becoming a bit more common. Same thing like those, what was it, those smash and grabs with the hammers and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, like yesterday, they went to the Simi Valley Mall and they started busting things up.
Saw that. I was like, oh, that's our neck of the woods. And they just right in front of everyone. I'm like, wow, you have no shame. Yeah. Oh, this guy got a thing. Let me show him. Okay, he's on the video right there. And evidently, he was not happy in his situation. Mark Woodley. Showing news viewers what happens when you ask the sports guy to come in to cover a blizzard in the morning show. Not our show, another show. And that was a affiliate. I used to work at that affiliate, actually, which was NBC. Great, everybody's good there. Yeah. But look, here's the thing. Yeah, he was upset. It says he said this on air. You don't ever see this stuff on air. He says, this is a really long show. Tune in for the next couple hours and watch me progressively get crankier and crankier. He was upset. He was cold, man. Let's see. It says, explained that he got tasked to do the early morning weather report hours before he regularly wakes up after the area's sporting events got canceled due to the weather. He said to viewers, what better time to ask a sports guy to come in about 5 hours earlier than he would normally wake up and go stand out in the wind and the snow and the cold and tell other people not to do the same. He said that to viewers. He was unhappy. He was letting basically the guy who called him. He was doing a passive aggressive thing. You never do that on the air. You probably will lose your job for it. He says, I didn't realize that there was a 3:30 also in the morning until today. As the broadcast continued, he shared that his coworker Clint got the better end of the assignment, chasing a storm, and told viewers, I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is that I can still feel my face right now. The bad news is I kind of wish I couldn't because it burns. That's cold temperature. That's like, Well, he was covered the weather for most of the early morning on Thursday. His coverage ended up getting him some new fans and people like Judd Apatow, David Cross, and NFL Network host Rich Eisen, which is like, dude, I get you. I feel you. Apatow called the Iowa sportscaster a legend while Cross retweeted the clip. Everything you can find on Twitter. Eisen shared the video in a tweet and wrote, proud of this TV work that just showed it to my timeline. Well played, Mark. Woodley also got some praise from people in the local Iowa area that go, dude, we feel you. Radio host Todd, you know what? And I get this. This is one of those where they kind of like, you know, you go, who puts them there in harm's way? You know what I mean? They're like, so basically, you see that volcano? It's probably going to erupt and they're probably going to be dead. But back to you, George, because somebody demands that they go, you know?
Oh, my God. That reminds me of when there was a hurricane in Florida. They had a news reporter down there, he's literally holding on for dear life, trying not to get blown away. He's like, it's windy here. And he keeps trying to go on and on. I'm just like, why did they send him there?
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah, so, I mean, some of the team, I think they're going to try to save you, but they put the segment on their website and said no Woodleys were harmed in the making of the morning newscast. But at the end of the day, man, I would look for another job because I guarantee somebody's going to be upset. He's going to be like, wow, you really had to put that out there? He's like, do you see? This is not what I do. He's a sports newscaster. He's not the weatherman. I think that's what happened. I think if anything, you know, weather, the people that cover the weather, they make it all right because they stay in the van. Does that make sense? I have some friends in media, and I remember one time I was in person, and they stay in the van. Okay, the guy that is outside in the cold is usually the camera guy. The camera guy is the one who he's the one who would take like a bullet for someone else. You know what I mean? And some have actually in Ukraine. But in this guy's he's like, no one's out here, man. You see that car behind me? Shouldn't be out here, guys. Don't be out. Don't know why I'm up this early. Because they had to have someone fill in. And they're like, you have to go. So he's like, stupid idea. I love this guy, man. Good job. Keep it going. Look for another job is all I got to say. All right, people, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state? Did you miss sending out a prior year tax return? The IRS is out to collect now more than ever, and they'll use any means necessary. They legally can and will garnish your wages, take your money, and even seize your property. If you're behind on your taxes, call the Tax Relief Hotline right now at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000. You can legally get your tax debt under control, and in many cases get the breathing room you need. Garnished wages, property seizures, bank levies can stop immediately, but you have to call. Many of our specialists are IRS enrolled agents. They know the system and how to make it work for you. Don't wait for the IRS to come down on you. Act now so you can get your tax debt under control. Call the Riverside office today for free info at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000.
Take KMET 1490 AM, with you everywhere you go by downloading our free smartphone apps found on the KMET website, KMET1490am.com. You can also go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your phone to download the free app. Now you can listen live or play any of your favorite programmers' podcasts using your smartphone. Go to KMET90am.com and download your free phone app today.
Standard time is here. That means shorter days and cooler nights that make you want to stay inside. Don't get caught in the cold. Franklin Mechanical Systems can do a preventative maintenance check on your heating unit to get it working right. For cleaning, repair, or a new installation, call them for a free estimate. Franklin Mechanical Systems, for all your residential and commercial heating and air conditioning needs. Call their Beaumont office at 951-845-1000. That's 951-845-1000, and stay warm today.
Here's to your health with Joshua Lane. Ideas you can use to be healthy and stay healthy. The current thinking about beauty, fitness, and longevity. Every Tuesday and Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Wellness talk you can use. Here's to your health with Joshua Lane on KMET, naturally.
The Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Banning is distinctively suited for your travel time out of the car. Off the road, you'll find a courteous, welcoming staff in spacious rooms with desks, flat-screen HD TVs, and comfortable furnishings. Enjoy the complimentary breakfast buffet, high-speed internet, and fitness center and pool. The Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Banning, conveniently located off the I-10 near golf, gaming, and entertainment. For reservations and information, call 951-572-5500. That's 951-572-5500, or go online at hiebanning.com.
That's right. It's a morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. We appreciate each and every one of you. Got a lot of things going on. I will say, looking at the headlines, and you don't want to hear, I know, I saw a report yesterday, and it wasn't good, about China. And I know people are like, well, that's China. What do we, and I say this, everything that happens in China happens here eventually. Anything that happens in India happens here eventually, okay? We're a little slow this year, okay? We were good in 2020. Right now, we are behind a lot. According to this, China is spiraling out of control. I literally saw yesterday about 800,000 cases, which is a lot. Okay, you go 800,000, like what? Cases in China, okay? They have 1 billion people. And that number, that's just sick. How many people are going to be all right with it? Eventually, a good amount, but a good probably anywhere from 3 to 4%, maybe 1 to 8%, just depends on the severity of it, will die in the next few months. And that's what they're saying is going to be a big problem. So some are saying, look, it's going to be a problem, okay? They're estimating about 1 million are going to be dead in about a year. I say probably in about, the way that they're going, probably in about 3 to 4 months. I think the numbers are off a little, but I could be wrong. The point is this. It's bad. Okay, it's bad. So there you go. But they're in lockdown mode. Now, is it good? Some would say no. Some would say, well, they get upset. And some would say, yeah, but at least they're trying to stamp it out. Why it keeps rebounding there, I do not know. Right? You would think they're ahead. And I think they will be ahead eventually. But they're used to wearing a mask. They're really not upset about that. They've been doing that for a while. They're upset about not food there or money because they can't go back to work because a lot of places shut down there. That's why, if anything, if you see prices go up at any time in the near future, I say take advantage of the prices now because they're going to go up because a lot of the products there are not being made. So there's going to be a huge delay on some of the stuff that you're going to want because everything's manufactured in China, right? Made in China. It's not being made right now. So that's a problem. It's a problem for the finance of the world. It's a problem for people in the world because what happens there usually has probably anywhere from 3 to 4 months delay to where it has either in Europe, and then Europe has a 1 or 2 month before we get it here. So that means we probably have a thing coming in probably no later than August. We'll say that. No later than August. Probably as early as June or July. But But will they report it? I don't know. I don't know. But it's a problem. A lot of people are expected to die. It's a bad, 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 bad virus, Jess. This one's bad, okay? And they're all independent. You say coronavirus, and it's almost like, the beta and the delta and the lambda and all those kind of like make it like, it's not that bad. But it's bad, okay? Let's just think of it like different viruses all in the family of COVID. And then you would say, okay, I get it now. It's kind of like HIV. HIV has different versions of it. Cancer has different versions of it. You go, oh, I have stomach cancer. That's different than brain cancer. That's different than, skin cancer. That's different than, you know what I mean? So there's all different cancers. There's all different COVIDs right now. So it's like, which one are you going to be? That's why I say get the shot, and then the one coming up in probably March, and probably, after that, because there'll be several, because this is a world pandemic. We're not, at the end of it. We're kind of in the middle of it, I would say. So be ready for that in the next year, okay? I know you're wanting good news. I want it too. Today's Friday, yay. So we'll let that go. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, go ahead, Jess. What do you got for us?
Okay. I have an interesting question.
Yeah.
How important are the accuracy of movie trailers to you?
How important are the
accuracy in movie trailers to you?
That depends on what movie trailer. And I've seen certain trailers which have they have it, and then when you watch the movie, they don't have the clip, and I'm like, why did you leave it out? Because I'm waiting for that, but I don't know what you mean. What are we talking about?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So apparently, 2 people are filing suit against Universal.
Okay.
And this is for a movie called Yesterday. I don't know if you've seen it.
No.
It's about a struggling musician who has an accident, and all of a sudden, nobody has ever heard of the Beatles at all, except for him. And he remembers all the music, so he tries to recreate it.
I'm not going to lie, man. I sometimes feel like that's my life. I've been saying this to several people, like, do you not remember? And they're like, no, I ain't got no clue. I'm like, are you living in another reality? What's going on here? Okay, so go on. What happened?
It's a fun film. I actually watched it. It was great. But apparently Ana de Armas had a couple of scenes in there which got cut out, but it was in the trailer. Which these guys are like, well, I wanted to watch the movie because Ana de Armas was in there.
Okay.
So it feels like it's oh, you said this would be in there, but it's not. Kind of like I remember doing this with a couple of movies where I wanted to see a few scenes, and then those scenes are absolutely not in the movie at all.
Jess, hold on. Let me just back up a little. Okay?
Yep.
So when you watch a trailer, are you going to win money at the end of the day if you watch it and then you have you get I told people are going to sue for the weirdest things. The question is, are they going to win, Jess?
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how they're going to word this and stuff. It'd be like, oh, maybe this is just we were
Oh my God, Jess. Oh my God, Jess. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is bad. I said it. Sometimes I don't know why I say things, but this person was like, no, it's not going to happen. I go, it's going to happen. You got to be careful. People sue all the time for the dumbest things. Here's what happened, Jess. Okay, I'm going to skip forward to this, okay? It says
go ahead.
In a new ruling, Jess, this is an opportunity, man. Take advantage. I would hate to be a movie maker right now. I'm not going to lie. Okay? You better make sure they love and no one's even heard of this movie, Jess.
I've heard of it. I watched it.
Well, yeah, but okay, everyone on social media, have you? He just watches a lot of movies I never watched. He showed me a scene I don't even want to repeat. I was like, are you kidding? Why would you show that to me? He's like, no, look, it's really I'm like, no, I don't want to watch. Can you describe what I saw that one time? Remember, we were at, what was it, Sonic or something?
Oh, yeah. So I was like, have you ever seen Kurt Russell in a Western? He's like, no. Have you ever seen Kurt Russell in a Western horror movie? So I showed him this scene. It's called the Wishbone scene, and the movie had something to do about Native American ghosts. And
Can you
either
just
way,
skip forward to what you showed me? You didn't
Okay.
tell me anything about that.
oh my God, yes, I know. So what they did was they stripped him naked and they tore him apart like a wishbone.
Again,
Like
that wasn't the part.
what part? The cutting of the tongue and stuffing it in the mouth?
No, it was the head being like scalped.
Oh my God, yes. So
Do
they
you not
did.
remember that, man? That's all
I
you
don't
showed
remember
me.
it.
It was very
It-
graphic. I had never seen that.
It was very graphic. Yeah, these things don't traumatize me at all.
Yeah,
I
that's
just,
a problem. That's a problem. So,
I just breeze by them.
so that's my point. Okay, so just because you saw, okay, so let me go back to this. Okay, I guarantee a lot of people are like, "What are we talking about?" It's kind of like the Oscars, right? You're like, "What is that being nominated?" Okay, so here it is. In a ruling, U.S. federal judge Stephen Wilson says movie studios can be sued for false advertising if their trailers are deceptive.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie. There was one trailer that really got me. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Monkey Bone.
Let me just read this really quick. Two Ana de Armas fans are suing Universal Studios for $5 million after accusing it of false. Now let me go back to this, okay, Jess? Did they spend a little money? Yes. Are they representatives of this actress? No. Are they gonna give the money to her if they win? Probably not. Are they, in essence, doing like? I would hate to be Universal right now because I think it's going to go against them because I think they have a point. But again, some people sue for the. I once said to a attorney, she's a friend, I said, "Can I sue for this?" Because I think it's kind of like, I think, you know. And she said, "Well, yeah, you can." And I thought, who's going to believe me? I think I could do it now. I think I could sue, but I don't think people would be happy if I sued because they'd be like, "Great, now I have to." But I go, "No, it's actually the opposite." But they'd be like, "No, but I have to pay long term." I go, oh, "Okay." So back to this, Jess. This is going to be a problem because now everybody's going to say, "All right, I want," but they didn't even go to the movie to go see it. They just like rented it and they saw it at a friend's house.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, you know what? We should do this with Morbius. Because, like, in the trailer, they showed a bunch of Spider-Man stuff. None of that was in the movie. And that made me... I saw that movie just so that I can see some Spider-Man references, and I got nothing. All I got was Jason Leto.
According to this, Ana de Armas appeared for 15 seconds in the yesterday trailer, but not in the film. Connor Rolfe and Peter Rosa accuse Universal Studios of false representation. Good guys. Like, she's a fan of yours, guarantee. A federal judge has ruled film studios can be sued if their trailers are deceptive. Oh, God. Connor Rolfe and Peter spent $3.99 to rent yesterday on Amazon Prime in January to see the James Bond star after she appeared in the film's trailer. They spent $3.99 and they're suing for how much? $5 million for false representation because they wanted to see her in the film. I get that. She's not gonna lie. I get. Yeah. Yeah. And I get it in a way because I've seen trailers like this. And it's not in the movie, and I'm like, what happened to that? And they usually cut it. So now they're gonna have to go back and be like, it's there because we don't want to get sued, or they're just not gonna know, and they're gonna get sued anyway. Jess, it's bad. All right, we're out of time anyway. It's been fun, guys. I love it. Thank you. Hopefully we have Jess back next week. Unfortunately, our video's weird. Anybody, if you know people over at your programs over there, we need a program because it's not working. We can't show Jess. All right, we'll be back with more next week right here on The Morning Show. Bye, everyone.